Welcome to an inside look at the high-stakes world of India's craft beverage revolution. Joining us for this deep dive are four industry pioneers: Matt, the co-founder of Blue Tokai Coffee Roasters; Rahul, the founder of Subko Coffee; Aditya, the co-founder of Mosant Kombucha; and Anish, the co-founder of Swami Drinks. Nikhil kicks things off with Matt, who traces his journey from trading at a San Francisco hedge fund to revolutionizing Indian coffee. Matt explains that back in 2012, the coffee situation in Delhi was desperate, with no specialty options available. This led him to launch Blue Tokai from a small bedroom in his in-laws' house, and today the brand has scaled to over 135 outlets with a 400 crore annual run rate. Moving from coffee to fermentation, Aditya shares how he transitioned from a frustrated engineering student to a culinary expert in Australia. He co-founded Mosant Kombucha in 2019 as a tribute to a late friend, aiming to move beyond the funky smells of traditional kombucha to create a truly tea-forward beverage. Aditya highlights a major hurdle in the industry, noting that the law strictly requires non-alcoholic drinks to remain below 0.5% ABV. Building on the theme of elevated beverages, Anish describes his background as an army kid and a professional photographer. His work with global brands like Diageo led him to realize that while people were buying expensive spirits, the mixers available in India were poor quality. This sparked the creation of Swami, where the goal was to craft natural, low-sugar tonic waters that actually complemented high-end gins rather than masking them. Next, Rahul provides a unique perspective as a diaspora kid from Silicon Valley who moved to India to bridge the gap between global standards and local roots. Rahul explains that Subko positions itself as a niche premium brand, distinguishing itself from Blue Tokai by integrating a full-scale bakehouse and an obsessive focus on a global Indian design language. He argues that in a maturing market, you cannot just sell coffee, you must sell a subcultural experience like vinyl records or unique graphic design. Shifting gears to the business of coffee shops, Matt reveals a surprising industry secret: food often accounts for nearly 50% of total revenue. He explains that while 55% of his sales come from beverages, expanding the food menu is essential for increasing the average check per person. Rahul adds that while hiring is often done by poaching talented baristas from competitors, the real challenge is managing the high attrition rates in the kitchen. When it comes to the technical side of the business, the experts agree that equipment is a major investment. Matt and Rahul both recommend high-end machines like La Marzocco for consistency. But Matt warns against buying cheaper machines from China because the lack of local service and spare parts can ruin a business. For those looking to open a shop, they suggest a 1,000 square foot space in a location that mixes office and residential crowds to ensure steady traffic 7 days a week. On the topic of health and trends, Aditya dives into the science of kombucha, describing it as a fermented tea made with a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, known as a SCOBY. He notes that while the Indian market is currently worth about 200 crore, it is projected to hit $1 billion by 2032 as consumers look for healthier alternatives to soda. However, he warns new entrepreneurs about the brutal taxation landscape, where carbonated drinks with sugar are hit with a massive 40% tax. Furthermore, Rahul points out that Indian coffee tastes are evolving rapidly, with pour-over coffee sales growing by 81% year over year. This suggests that more people are moving toward drinking black coffee and brewing at home. Matt adds that while Arabica is the preferred bean for flavor, the industry is keeping an eye on Robusta because it is more resilient to climate change and offers a higher caffeine kick. Closing out the conversation, the group offers a final word of advice for any 25-year-old looking to break into the space. Anish emphasizes that distribution is the hardest part of the game, while Aditya suggests starting small with a local manufacturer to learn the ropes. The key takeaway is that whether you're brewing coffee or bottling tonic water, success requires a clear brand voice, a commitment to quality, and a deep understanding of the regulatory math. That wraps up our recap of the masters of the craft beverage industry. From the perfect roast to the fizz in the bottle, India's independent brands are just getting started. Thank you for listening.